Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Married to Medicine season 8 episode 1 called Housewives Sweet Tea. It started off showing flashbacks from 2013 all the way to 2023 of how Married to Medicine started, and they had clips showing how it started, and have clips showing how Mariah's impact on Married to Medicine. Then it switched to the first scene, and the first scene was Eugene and Toya in the bathroom, and he was shaving off his beard and his mustache. And Toya walked in. He said, "Toya, don't you know you're not supposed to be walking in on somebody shaving?" Because he kind of like nicked his ear and stuff like that. He said, "Oh, well, I told you about shaving. I told you how to shave right here." He said, "Toya, you don't have to tell me how to shave. I know how to shave." And then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Dr. Jackie at the Dr. Jackie showed up at the vault along with Heavenly, and Heavenly asked Dr. Jacket, she said, "Ooh, do you like me in this jacket? Do you like me in this fur jacket?" And Dr. Heavenly said, "No, that don't look." I mean, Dr. Jacket said, "No, that don't look good on you, Heavenly. It don't look good on you, Heavenly." And then so she said, "Dr. Jacket, you need to try on a jacket." And she said, "Ooh, this jacket, dude, this jacket fits you good, Dr. Jacket." And then walks in Phaedra, and Phaedra walks in and said, "Ooh, that jacket does look good on you, Dr. Jacket. You look real good." And stuff like that. And then she said it's at a discount. Oh, she said, "Can I get it for a lower price if it's like this?" And Faith said, "Oh well, I can give you like a friend discount or a family discount." But she said it's still looking good on you. And then so after that, it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Simone and Dr. Cecil talking, and then Toya and Eugene showed up, and Toya said in her confessional that while her and Dr. Eugene was going through some problems last year, she said Simone and Dr. Cecil was the one reaching out to them, and Dr. Cecil and Simone said because they were writing a book about on marriage and stuff like that, that they wanted to help them out. They wanted to help them out. They wanted to help them out. And so she was saying, yeah, Doctor Eugene, I mean, yeah, Doctor Simone and Doctor Cecil, Doctor Simone and Cecil was essential people in helping them get their marriage back together. That's what Toya was saying in her confessional. And then Simone said that Amarosa was right when she said that if they write that book, they would bring back old wounds and old trauma. And so they said that they decided to put the book on the shelf, and they decided to stop writing the book. And then that's when Toya brought up, "Ooh, I was just so surprised that Dr. G wanted to get married again after all that stuff that he went on with Quad." And then Simone say, "Yeah, I was surprised too." But then when he started bringing her around and bringing her to stuff, and then Cecil said, "Yeah, I was surprised that he brought her to our golf tournament, T." And he said, "Yeah, I was surprised about that." And she said, "Well, after I guess he wanted to get married again." And Simone said, "Yeah, I guess so too." And then Toya said, "But I want to know if he really healed or not. If he really healed or not." They said, "We don't know about all that." And then Dr. Greg and T showed up, and they greeted each other and said, "How you doing, T?" They said, "We're doing all right." And said, "How you doing, Dr. Greg?" Said, "Yeah, we're doing all right," and stuff. And he said, "Well, y'all were instrumental in me and stuff, and y'all was concerned about me, after everything that happened." And then I think it was either Simone or Toya asked them, "Well, how did y'all meet?" And then she said, I slid into his DMs." And then Cecil said, "DMs?" And the Dr. Greg said, "Yeah, after I left the show and stuff, I had a lot of ladies going to my DMs, and they were saying, why did you decide to pick Sweet Tea?" He said, well, you know, a lot of people, a lot of ladies were sending me naked pictures of them and stuff. He said, but when I saw T, and then they showed a flashback of T in some kind of kimono dressing, and he said that's what he liked it about T. So he chose T, and then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was back at the vault. And they was talking, and so Dr. Heavenly asked Phaedra, said, Phaedra, have you heard from Quad yet? What's going on with Quad? Quad been distant from you. She said, oh yeah, I heard from Quad, and Quad is on vacation. She living her best life. So production showed pictures of Quad in Mexico on a vacation and stuff. And they were saying, yeah, how's your dating life, Phaedra? Phaedra say, I'm dating a doctor. And they said, what kind of a doctor? She said, well, I'm dating a chiropractor. And then that's when they showed the picture of the man, he didn't have his face. Everybody was laughing about that. And they said, you dating a chiropractor? Yeah, I'm dating a chiropractor, and stuff like that. She said, what do you think about what do you think about Dr. G getting remarried and getting engaged and stuff like that? And then Phaedra say, well, I really don't know too much about the woman. Really don't know too much about the woman, but you know, I have been knowing Dr. Greg for years. I've been knowing Dr. Greg. I know Dr. Greg even before we got on reality TV or we got on this show. I don't want to introduce Dr. Quad to. I introduced Dr. Greg to Quad, and they said, "Oh, you the one did that?" And then Dr. Jackie say, "Well, she seems like a nice girl to me." And then it switched back to to the next scene, and the next scene was they was getting ready. They was getting ready to go to the engagement party slash hold down. And so right before they got ready to go to the hold down, Simone and Toya and Cecil and Eugene, they were all talking in the car in the van, and she was saying, yeah. Simone said, "I hope Heavenly don't say nothing at the party to embarrass the girl or have some stuff going on." And then Toya said, "Well, from what I've seen, she hasn't been saying anything bad about her castmates or bad about us in social media lately." And then so Simone said, "Well, I just hope she keep it that way." And then so Toya said, "Well, she might." And then when Toya said in her conversion, she said, "Well." I said she doing pretty good at it. She said, but how long is that gonna last, Simone? Simone said, I don't know. And then her confessional, Toya said, I know how much it's gonna last. It's gonna last less than a second, less than 2 seconds. I said, you sure is right. She already talking about people. So after that, it got to the engagement party. Right before the engagement party, before the guests arrived, T was telling Dr. G that she want to make a good impression on his friends because she's gonna be a doctor's wife, and she hope all of his friends like her because she was kind of nervous. He said, "No, no, don't worry about that, T. They ain't gonna like you. They gonna like you because they like me." She said, "Well, I just hope so. I just hope so because this is your friend group before it's my friend group." And then after that, all the guests started arriving and stuff, and it was Dr. Jackie, and then it was Heavenly, and then it was Simone and Cecil and Toya and Eugene, and then Phaedra came in last with her all black cowboy hat and her suit, and everybody said, "Ooh, Phaedra, you came and your stuff was a little bit different." She said, "But I got my cowboy hat on, my boots and stuff." And then she was saying, and T said, "Oh, happy to meet you, happy to meet you." And so T had hugged Phaedra, and then when T walked away, Phaedra said, "Ooh, she got big Texas energy and big Texas draws too with that little bitty booty." I said, "Phaedra, why you watching? Why you watching, looking at that woman booty like that?" And then it got into the thing. She greeted everybody, and so they were saying, "Well, yeah." And then Dr. Jackie was looking around. She was saying, "Ooh, this room right here used to be purple. I liked it. I liked it better when it was purple, when it was Quad's house." And I was saying, "Dr. Jackie, you supposed to be the mother of the show. You supposed to be talking much more sensible than that. It looks like Simone is the one that's trying to take the young girl, under a wing and show her how he is on reality TV. It's supposed to be Dr. Jackie, but Dr. Jackie was very disappointed to me in this episode." And anyway, so it was switched back to the next scene, and so they was asking they was asking and then so they was asking T about the house, and she was saying, "Yeah, when me and Greg met, I got into his DMs and stuff, and I told him I could give you what you want, and he said you don't even stay in Georgia, and she gave him a smile. She said it's just I'm just a hop, skip, or jumping away, and so they looked, and so everybody looked kind of funny and stuff like that. And then I think it was either Heavenly or Phaedra, and they kept talking about, yeah, I'm record this and record that, and then so she said, wait a minute. She said, "Wait a minute." She said, "Wait a minute. Let me talk. Let me talk. The reason why we didn't want to, we want to get no brand new house, and we didn't want to decorate no new house." And then she said, her professional teacher said, "Why we want to buy a brand new house when this house is almost ready paid for?" She said, "Dr. Heavenly, you supposed to be teaching at Dr. Heavenly University. This the way you teach financial people how to save money and stuff." And so it went back to the scene, and they say, "Well, T, well, what is the best thing that you like about being engaged to Dr. G?" And she said, "Well, when I looked around, I said I can have access to some of the money." Harry looked kind of funny, and Fred's talking about, "Ooh, I see my gold digging radar is going up." I say, Phaedra, you and Dr. Heavenly both been gold diggers. How you gonna try to talk about that woman? And then so they said that's what you mean. That's what you mean having access to the money. And then they kept on talking about Quad, and then T's sister Kanisha say, "Look, this is her house. This is her house now. It's not no other, this is her house. Y'all sit up and let her talk in her house." And everybody kind of looked at kind of funny. Everybody kind of looked at kind of funny, and then after that, the episode went off. Episode one of season 8 was real good. I'll do episode 2 in another video. This is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. I am out.